The word of the Lord came to me again, saying, And you, son of man, make a song of grief for Tyre, and say to Tyre, O you who are seated at the doorway of the sea, trading for the peoples with the great sea lands. These are the words of the Lord. You, O Tyre, have said, I am a sheep completely beautiful. Your builders have made your outlines in the heart of the seas. They've made you completely beautiful. They made all your boards of fir trees from Senir. They've taken cedars from Lebanon to make the supports for your sails. Of oak trees from Bashan they've made driving blades. They've made your floors of ivory and boxwood from the sea lands of Kiddin. The best linen with needlework from Egypt was your sail, stretched out to be a flag for you. Blue and purple from the sea lands of Elisha gave you shade. The people of Zidon and Arvad were your boatmen. The wise men of Zimmer were in you. They were guiding your ships. The responsible men of Jebel and its wise men were in you, making your boards watertight. All the ships of the sea with their seamen were in your trading in your goods. Cush and Lid and Put were in your army. Your men of war hanging up their body covers and headdresses of war in you. They gave you your glory. The men of Arvad in your army were on your walls, and were watchmen in your towers, hanging out their arms on your walls round about. They made you completely beautiful. Tarshish did business with you because of the great amount of your wealth. They gave silver, iron, tin, and lead for your goods. Javan, Tubal, and Meshach were your traders. They gave living men and brass vessels for your goods. The people of Togarmah gave horses and war horses and transport beasts for your goods. The men of Rodan were your traders. A great number of sea lands did business with you. They gave you horns of ivory and ebony as an offering. Edom did business with you because of the great number of things which you made. They gave emeralds, purple, and needlework, and the best linen and coral and rubies for your goods. Judah and the lands of Israel were your traders. They gave grain of minnith and sweet cakes and honey and oil and perfumes for your good. Damascus did business with you because of the great amount of your wealth, with wine of Alban and a white wool. And casks of wine from Uzo they exchanged for your goods. They gave polished iron and spices for your goods. Didn't they trade with you in cloth for the backs of horses? Arabia and all the rulers of Kedar did business with you, and lambs and sheep and goats, and these they did business with you. The traders of Sheba and Ramah did trade with you. They gave the best of all sorts of spices and all sorts of stones of great price and gold for your goods. Haran and Canaan and Eden, the traders of Asher and all the Medes, they were your traders in beautiful robes, in rolls of blue and needlework, and in chests of colored cloth, corded with cords, and made of cedar wood, and then they did trade with you. Tarshish ships did business for you in your goods, and you were made full, and great was your glory in the heart of the seas. Your boatmen have taken you into great waters. You've been broken by the east wind in the heart of the seas. Your wealth and your goods, the things in which you do trade, your seamen and those guiding your ships, those who make your boards watertight, and those who do business with your goods, and all your men of war who are in you, with all who have come together in you, will go down to the heart of the seas in the day of your downfall. At the sound of the cry of your sheep's guide, the boards of the sheep will be shaken, and all the boatmen, the seamen, and those who are expert at guiding a ship through the sea will come down from their ships and take their places on the land. And their voices will be sounding over you, and crying bitterly, they will put dust on their heads, rolling themselves in the dust. And they will have the hair of their heads cut off because of you, and will put haircloth on their bodies. weeping for you with bitter grief in their souls, even with bitter sorrow. And in their weeping, they will make a song of grief for you, sorrowing over you and saying, Who is like Tyre, who has come to an end in the deep sea? When your goods went out over the seas, you made numbers of people food. The wealth of the kings of the earth was increased with your great wealth in all your goods. Now that you are broken by the seas and the deep waters, your goods and all your people will go down with you. All the people of the sea lands are overcome with wonder at you, and their kings are full of fear. Their faces are troubled. Those who do business among the people make sounds of surprise at you. You've become a thing of fear. You've come to an end forever.